Right, welcome back. Now, the 45th World Economic Forum annual meeting in Davos, Switzerland, starts on Wednesday. Under the theme, The New Global Context, South Africa is sending a very high-powered delegation of ministers and business people led by President Jacob Zuma. As we start 2015, celebrating a fairly successful 20 years of democracy and forecasts predicting a 4% growth in the economy, we have also persisting problems such as high unemployment and energy woes. How can Davos help with the solutions? From our Pretoria studios, we are joined by the Finance Minister himself, Nhlanhla Nene. Minister, thank you very, very much for being with us and welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning to you, Leanne, and your Morning Live viewers.
Thank you very much, Minister. Well, last week you held a Davos briefing session with business. What are the key messages that came out that you are taking with you to Davos?
Firstly, it was to acknowledge that as a country and the world, we confront enormous challenges as we gather together in Davos this time around. This is an annual event where, as you have correctly pointed out, that we take our high-powered delegation led by the President with the captains of industry in South Africa, in order to look at how, as the world working together, we would be able to deal with the challenges that we confront. As a country, as you would all realize and know, that our challenges range from low growth, also hamstrung by some of the challenges in the energy sector and the logistical sector in general, but all those fit within the ambit of the plan that the country has, the National Development Plan. And if, as a country, we rally behind that, we are poised to be able to handle our challenges. But government working with business is also committed to ensuring that some of these challenges require all of us to look at how best we could actually be able to stimulate sustainable, inclusive growth in our economy, whilst these challenges are addressed, because we also need to, as people would say, think outside the box. But what helps in getting together in this fashion in Davos is that we are then better able to put these on the table and see how they fit into the global space.
Minister, how are you interpreting the theme, New Global Context? What does that mean for us?
Look, it just says that the world recognizes that there are new challenges, and all those challenges require that we have a coordinated approach as players in this global space. Now,
you will use this meeting as well of global leaders to solve South Africa's problems such as energy shortages, infrastructural development lags. I would imagine that's topping the agenda as well.
It is indeed at the top of our agenda, because growth depends on us resolving all those structural challenges, including the issue of energy. But also, as you would know, that some of the problems do not necessarily lie in that space. They are in how the economy itself is structured and the ever-changing geopolitics also. And we need to find amicable but mutually beneficial solutions to these challenges. And it is for that, in that respect, that we will be engaging with our counterparts.
Minister, who is going to be attending Davos with yourself and the President? Who is being represented there?
From the government side, we've got the Minister of Trade and Industry, the Minister of Economic Development, Minister of Health, Minister in the Presidency, Minister Hadebe, and Minister of our Mineral Resources, Minister Matlodi, and the Minister of Finance, myself. All these ministers have been identified because of the topics that will be discussed. Each minister has actually been identified and invited on the basis of the discussions.
All right. Just finally, both the African continent, Europe and the Middle East and the West are really facing a very severe security threat in the form of Boko Haram in Nigeria and ISIS. Is this something that Davos is going to be tackling?
Look, I'd imagine issues like this, and as I said, that all matters that affect the geopolitical arena will be addressed, including those, because all those also have an impact also on the economic development of the various players. But not only for those countries that are affected, but they are a challenge to all of us. It is for that reason that we will have to look in how best we could actually have a collaborative effort of dealing with the scourge of terrorism in the globe.
All right. Minister, thank you very much for talking to us, and we wish you a very successful trip to Davos with the rest of the delegation. That, of course, is our Minister of Finance here in South Africa, Nhlanhla Nene.